We've used up all of our manpower for now. So we got a little bit of problem with dissent, so I'm going to do some war propaganda. Dear God. I guess the event doesn't happen if the Italians hold more land than the Germans and France, I guess. No, I think I know why that happened. I think it's if the French stand alone against... Yeah, I think that's only if you manage to get them before, like, all the alliances ally with France and the Allies. Let's see. Separated arms. No, you'll do that, because you are more suited for that position. Oh, I'm going to start explaining a little bit about this, in case you guys are confused about what's going on. I'm going to take a little bit of time out. Energy is a resource essentially used to power your cities and your factories. Metal is a resource used for essentially your factories, as well as when you make units. Same as rare materials, they hold a similar purpose. However, they're harder to acquire, the rare materials. Oil is used for like your ships, your vehicles, convoys, transportation, things like that. Supplies are what's used to like keep your armies fed, and like war materials. And money is obviously money. I'm not sure the conversions and how much would be here. I don't know if it'd be like 40, like, I don't know, into like 4. I have no idea the conversion to real-life money. Essentially, dissent essentially shows how much you're hated by your people, kind of like your people's like morale. As it goes up, there's a higher chance of rebellions happening in your country. Rebellions are more likely to happen in countries that you've occupied, such as like it's 9% here, as opposed to like a home territory be like 0%. Okay, now, essentially, if a company has the, well, if a research team has the matching insignias, the more matching insignias they have, the quicker they research. Intelligence, essentially, the more funding you have, essentially, the more you can ward off foreign attempts at messing with you. Like, this is a counter-espionage. How well you can stop, how well you can counter the enemy. And this is foreign intelligence, how good you can do it. Now, like, here's one of the things you can do. You can industrial sabotage, and this shows the chance of it being success. Assassinate a minister, smear campaign, coup, sabotage industry. The nuclear sabotage obviously doesn't work, as they don't have nuclear weapons right now. Fund partisans, global manipulation, and sabotage tech team. Essentially, I'll explain what they do now. Sabotage tech team essentially will slow down the research. Global manipulation will increase the belligerence. Belligerence is essentially this thing that you acquire through taking over countries, annexing countries, attacking other countries, and it essentially makes it more likely for you to be attacked. If you get enough belligerence points, you can be attacked by democracies. Democracies cannot declare war unless they have a high intervention ism bar, which is essentially this, leading to that way, or if they have one nation has a high enough belligerence to be attacked. Now let's see, where was I? Oh yeah. Let's see, intelligence. Fund partisans essentially fund rebels in regions. I'm gonna see if that'll work actually. Damn it, no. Okay, that didn't work. Didn't think so. 17% anyway. 14%. Let's see. Nuclear sabotage. Obviously, you'd sabotage someone's like nuclear program. Sabotage industry. Obviously, you'd sabotage the person's like factories. A coup. Essentially, you replace the leader of a nation with someone who essentially likes your nation a lot more. Smear campaign. Essentially, increases partisan activity within country for a limited amount of time. Assassinate a minister, essentially, like these kinds of people, essentially taking out like a very high priority target. And industrial espionage is essentially espionaging a country on an industrial level. If you have any questions about the game still, leave them in the comments, and I will try and get to them. Just... I see. It was signed anyway. Essentially what's happened at the moment is we essentially have won the war by taking France. Paris surrendered, and essentially the rest of the countries will call a truce because of how lenient the Germans are being to surrender. Essentially, the Germans allow the French to keep their territory, the other countries back off. In exchange, the Germans just want an extension on their colonies. As you can see, it's a fairly big extension. Italy gains what would be like modern-day Tunis and area down here. Now, the French, extremely pissed off at the leaders for accepting defeat and not fighting to the end, essentially are having an extreme rebellion in the region now. While France tears itself apart, we will finish off the rest of the Soviets in a second. While they still have to worry about that, so that way there's a chance we can actually proceed forward. Not to mention, we're already pretty far into their countries. One of the countries that didn't surrender is Serbia, who will fall soon. Now, one of the things we're going to do now is get rid of a few places. Let's see. What places can I declare war on? None for now, it appears. Looks like we gained a couple territories out of this, but not a lot. So I guess we'll just watch France fall apart for now. Increase that, that. Production, essentially how much you make. If I'm not making enough stuff, these things will go down, like how much I can extract. Consumer goods, essentially, if I don't have enough, partisan activity will go up, like dissent, essentially, and whatever I have in excess, I can sell to make money. I guess that'll be it for now. Let's see. Watch France tear itself apart. French will continue fighting, but they will not be able to hold out against the rebels. Let's see what's going on here. Are you still allied? Yes. Oh, I see why then. I see why. The French, it looks like the French have left the Allies, and without the French and the Allies, I guess they don't see the point of defending someone who's not in their alliance, I'm guessing. So, and I guess, yeah, the French surrender. Huh. I'm thinking right now, because it's a strange thing. Okay, looks like after taking out Serbia, they're declaring war on Albany, and I believe we're still... Nope, we're allied. Well, that's because it's a puppet of Hungary now, I guess. I'm trying to wrap my head around how this could have happened, because I would have thought like the British would have continued this war. Well, then again, I suppose maybe they would. However, there is like a slight chance that the AIs will not act as they would historically. Like there's like a 90% chance they'll join the French. However, there's like a 10% chance that they will not join the French if they're attacked by the Germans.